Today we will see the tutorial number 4, how to create radio buttons. How to create the radio buttons. This is what our sessions. So while creating radio button, first we want to change the item from text item to radio group. Under the radio group, we should create radio buttons. Here I am changing language as a language is a radio item. I am changing as a radio group. I am have two radio buttons. The radio button number of radio button based on how many values we are actually doing the radio buttons. Here I have two values, Arabic and English is the two values I am having in the language column. That's why I am creating two radio buttons here. So number of radio button needed is based on the value. Suppose I need a third language, Hindi or French, I will create the third layout, the radio button. Once while creating radio group, automatically the text item, the particular text item will disappear from the layout editor. Suppose I want to include the radio group name, I will use the text tool item layout editor here. For example, that's what I will use. Here in the radio button, what I want to do is the radio button property sheet. You can see the radio button property sheet. This is the name of the radio button. So this is our radio button. Actually, in the radio button we have the radio button value. This value always should match my database. My database is SQL. Whatever the value, insert value, it should meet. The radio group property sheet. This is my radio group language. Here you can see the item type is changed as radio group. Here it have the initial value. Suppose I am not giving the initial value, it will give the error while compiling. But here it is not matching, it won't give the error. But in the runtime, I won't get any, but it won't give any error in the compilation. But the record won't display in the runtime. This is what happened in the runtime actually. This is a major one as per the. So now we can see what are the next things. So here now we can see your case, the radio buttons and the radio groups. This is my trigger. I will use the radio button when radio button change. We can write this type of trigger based on the radio button. We can use the radio button also. This is what the radio button, the end of the slideshow. Now we can go directly my form builder. The form builder I am using. Here you can see the form builder. Already we have book data block. Under the book data block I have the language is a column name or item name. This by default it is item type text item. You can see the language available in the layout. First step number 1. I am changing radio text item to radio. Immediately it is not available. So I want to create now buttons, radio buttons. So I will select radio button and click it here, create. One button created. So I'll put the button here. I'll put the button here, the radio button here. I'll place the radio button here. Again I will click the another button here. So again it will come, I'll place the radio button here. This is what I will do it now. So two radio button I created. The first radio button, whatever I created, here I will change to the language called English. Once you change the name, you can see it is available on the layout editor. Not it is available in the object navigator, but not in the layout editor. So if I want to change the label only, it is available in the layout. So you can see now. Once I change, it will change automatically in the layout editor. Now I want to give the value. It should match the what? Database name, but actually it is not matching because my database don't have L-E-N-G-L-I-S-H, but here I am used L, so it is not matching. We will see what will happen. So here I am the Arabic. Here also I am using the second value Arabic. and I am using the Arabic, whatever it may be. I am using this language because you can see here I am using Arabic and English, both the language I am using. Suppose I want to give this type of layout, how it is there, the same way I also use it. I can give the text item, I can use the text, and I can use language here. So it will be appearing. This is what I do. So now what I will do is I should give the initial value, any one of the initial value. Suppose I will give the initial value is Arabic. I will give Arabic is the initial value I will give. So now I will compile. I'll run. You can see how it is running in the runtime. In the runtime, we can see the radio buttons are available. Now I will execute. Now I will execute. But it won't come because it is not matching. The English is not matching the spelling. So next one we will go and see. Arabic is matching. That's why it is coming. The same spelling. Arabic here, what is the spelling? What we used here. Here, whatever the spelling, Arabic, what we used and the database. Everything should match. So, whatever the database, the value should match with the radio button value. The initial value, whatever we are given here, it should also match the radio button value and database value. There is a condition. So that's why English is not coming. Now what we do is, now we change the value. What I will do is, here I will change the value. L I will remove. L I will remove. English I will change that. And then I will do another one. Suppose user want to know what language they are selecting. I need a message to be appear in the status bar. So I can use the trigger. How to use trigger? The trigger, I will select the trigger, right click it, select PL editor, use Wehn-Radio change. Wehn-Radio change is a trigger name. So here Wehn-Radio change trigger, I will go and get it. It is coming. Radio trigger. Suppose I will go SQL editor. When I will use when find. Here you can see Wehn-Radio changed. What coding I will use it? If I will use uppercase, whatever it may be, I will use colon before the block name. Our block name is book2. You can see data block name book2. That's why I am using dot item name. Our item name is language. So I will use the language here. I'll close. I'll give this. I'll use. Suppose I will select Arabic. Then the message will appear in the status bar is you are selected the Arabic. Else. Suppose I'll semicolon here. So else. Message should be you are selected in English. Ending. I'll compile here. This is successfully compiled. Now I will run. You can see the trigger here. The trigger Wehn-Radio change trigger is available. The codings are available in the PLS. Now I will compile. I will run. You can see here in the run. So you can see whenever we are selecting the radio button, the message will appear in the window status bar. So now form is, now I will execute the form. You can see now English is coming because we changed the initial radio button value. That's why it's coming. Suppose I will select English, it's coming. Suppose I will select Arabic, it is coming selected Arabic language. Suppose I am changing here, now you are selecting English. This way, the status bar, you can see the status bar, the messages using the trigger icon. So at the end of the session, what we learned today is how to create radio group Under radio group, how to create radio buttons. Under radio buttons, we studied how to create the trigger for radio buttons. The property sheet of the radio button should match the database values. This is very important. Always it should match the database values, the SQL database values. And radio group, you must give what? You must give the initial value. It is very important. If you don't give initial value, give the compilation error. That's all today's session regarding radio